Hello, this is Cinematography, and this is my review for The Batman. The Batman is Matt Reeves' newest take on the Batman, or his only take on the Batman so far. And it is not in the same universe as the DC Extended Universe, so like the Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman. It's not in the same universe as that. It is a new take on the Batman, and it is much more of a detective story. This film was a dark detective noir film starring Batman. In the same way The Dark Knight was a crime drama mob film starring the Batman, this is a detective story starring the Batman. Robert Pattinson plays Batman in this film, and it features Paul Dano as the Riddler, Andy Serkis as Alfred, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and Colin Farrell as the Penguin, as well as Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. This movie is very long and very dark. Like, it is darker than The Dark Knight, in my opinion. Like, this is not a kid-friendly movie. The movie honestly should have been rated R and would have been better if it was rated R, in my opinion. But they wanted to keep it fairly commercial, which I don't know how many 13-year-olds are going to want to watch this or going to be able to watch this. I could very easily see some of them getting scared and not liking it. But I really liked it. I did have some flaws with it. A lot of my flaws involve spoilers, so I can't really go into my flaws of the film. Or I might go into minor spoilers later on, but I will tell you before I do that. But it is a 3-hour movie with a lot of Batman and a lot of detective work. If that's not your thing, if detective stuff is not your thing, then you will probably not like this movie. I'd rather people go in prepared and realize they may not like it. I know some people who are Batman fans who will not like this movie. Also, this movie is definitely going to be hated by certain groups of populations of the world. It's going to be hated because it's going to be considered political. I'm not going to say which way. If you want to know, do your research. It's not that hard to figure out which way it leans. I didn't care. I thought it was a good movie anyways, but I just know that some people will find it very political, and it's going to be called like the woke Batman or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what phrase people are going to come up with, but it's not going to be very well liked in certain areas. But for what the movie was, it was really good. I think Robert Pattinson was really well cast as Batman. I think Zoe Kravitz was really well cast as Selena Kyle. I think the cast was really great. And honestly, the movie is near perfect. I do have it as a 10 out of 10 right now. But from here on is when I'm going to actually do my plug of my letterbox real quick. Cinnabon18 if you want to follow me on there. Like, comment, and subscribe. But right here is when I'm about to go into minor spoiler territory. If you want to go in completely blind, then I'd stop it here and come back after you watched it, because it's technically not out till tomorrow when I'm recording this. But my biggest problem with the film is the fact that Bruce Wayne is hardly in the film, like Bruce Wayne as Bruce Wayne, not Bruce Wayne as Batman. He's hardly in the film, and he doesn't really have a character arc. He was supposed to have a character arc, or I could tell they were trying to go for one, but they didn't really follow through. If they would have just gave a little bit, like if they could have spent 5 more seconds and had exposition, and I'd have been like, okay, Bruce Wayne had as good of a character arc as the Batman did, as everybody else did. But they didn't really do that. So I'm like, it's a little disappointing. And I watched it with my brother. My brother really didn't care for it that well either. It's a great movie. It's one of the best Batman movies. It's not The Dark Knight. I can see why some people would say it's their favorite. I could see some people hating it and saying it's their least favorite Batman movie. I really liked it. The cinematography on this film was amazing. It honestly, I think, depending on what else comes out this upcoming year, it deserves to be nominated for a couple Academy Awards. Makeup, cinematography. I'm not going to go so far as to say picture, director, all those. No. But cinematography, makeup, a lot of the technical awards, sound, editing. Well, maybe not editing. It was a 3-hour movie, and a lot of people aren't going to like that. But it could be enough to pull a Nightmare Alley type nomination, but I doubt it's going to happen. Like I said, this movie is not for kids. Kids could watch it, but I wouldn't recommend it. But then again, a lot of people said that I shouldn't watch The Dark Knight when I was 8, and I watched it and I loved it. If your kid has somehow seen 7, then I think you're fine. If not, then I don't know. You will know your kid better than most other people will. You use your judgment, your best judgment. If they really want to see it and they're going to bug you about it, just know that it's kind of disturbing. It's like a PG-13 Saw movie or PG-13 7 with Batman in it. It reminded me a lot of Joker in a lot of ways. But I really like the movie. It's a 10 out of 10, but it's like just rounds up there because it's like there are other films that I gave 10 out of 10 that I'm like, okay, yeah, this is better than that, but still have flaws with it. It's a 10 out of 10 just by sheer fact that it rounds up to there. It's not actually a perfect film. My scale is weird. It just, yeah, it rounds up to a 10 out of 10. It would be like a 9 point whatever, and I choose to round up instead of round down. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, and comment, and please subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed my take, if you want to hear more stuff, I'm really passionate about the Oscars. You can check out some of those videos that I have. I need to watch a couple of Oscar films, and then I should be able to give my accurate predictions on what I think should and will win. I plan to do that before the Oscars, hopefully, but I know how busy life can get. This is Cinnabon 18, signing out.